Where do I find it? Do you have a link for that? Ho. It is. I have it open right now, and there's a bit of a delay, probably 15 seconds. Well, oh, maybe not that much. It just refreshed, and now it seems to be more live. 5 seconds now. I had to mute it because it kept coming back through my headphones. Coffee Codecast episode 4, buddy. Let's kick it off. Holy smokes. Our growing fan base. Okay. I'll watch. Live chat. Sweet. I know. Our single digit viewership is continuing to accelerate. It's good to be back. It's been a little while. It's been what, a couple weeks probably since we did this last time. It's good to be back, and good to be here. No, they stay at the house. They stay at the apartment. I have been in San Francisco for about 50 days now, probably, and my dogs have been there more than I have. I've only been there for probably 20 ish, and so my dogs have a very nice apartment in Mission Bay that I get to stay and visit. I get to come and visit whenever I want. It's a pretty sweet deal, man. They let me in, and well, they're good dogs usually. One of them is. The other one's a little fucker, but you know, still love him too. We no, we did have some people. We Lauren, being the networker she is, found a couple in the apartment that could come in and take care of him while we were gone. So that was very nice. Yeah, yeah. Put that up there real quick. Give my buddy some shit over here. You. You're just an easy target. Is this? Are we in the airing of grievances section yet? I don't know if it is either, but maybe it needs to happen right now. Yeah, we're getting into holiday season anyway, and I think Festivus is coming up soon here. I don't remember exactly the time frame, but they have the airing of grievances for all my Seinfeld people out there. Uh, yeah. Oh, oh my gosh, man. Yeah. Uh, it's a real thing. if it's from Seinfeld. My great no, here's the deal, man. Here's the deal. So I have the Pixel 2. We talked about that before. I love the phone. I actually talked to somebody that has the 2 XL. He hasn't had any of the problems that have been reported with this thing. He showed it to me. It looks really, really cool. Very good. Very nice. No, the whole grievance is that Google said that they announced when the phone came out that they would buy back other phones, right? Like you'd get $150 back for I don't know. You could get a few $100 back if you had the 6X or 6P. Yeah, the 6P. Get some money for the 5X. So they had a trade-in program. Yeah, they had trade-in program, and so I'm waiting for my kit to arrive, and I don't see my kit. They're supposed to send me a return box for this thing. I had the phones wiped and ready to go and put back in the original box. No kit, and it's getting close to it. It's been a month probably, almost. There's a 30-day cap on that. So I went out to Google Tech Support, which is just a thrill. If you haven't done that before, I would recommend you don't check it out. Uh, and yeah, it as it turns out, I filled out a form for a trade-in, but somehow it wasn't tied to my order, and so they won't honor the trade-in because it has to be tied to the order. You can't. Uh, you not only does it have to be tied to the order, you have to specify during checkout that you know, I'm checking out a kit and a new phone. So I don't know what form I found. I think I just found a separate form. And when I was on Project Fi, it gave me a link to say, "Hey, trade in your phone," and I did that, but it didn't have anything to do with ordering. So I thought, I'll just order the phone, and naturally, because I have two of these 5Xs in my account currently that are going to be deactivated, then those will be eligible for trade in. But no, because I didn't do it at the same time of purchase, there is no kit coming, and there will be no trade ins happening either. So I was very upset. They were the good folks. Maybe I was still drunk on that episode, or I could have been mistaken for Amazon because Amazon has great support. Uh, Google has, yeah. Well, that's too bad. They do. Oh, here's the thing. They've been very proactive. The Project Fi team has at least. So there wasn't anytime there was an outage. There were some things they miscalculated my data usage. They'll give out little refunds and do things like that, which is very nice. But so like the automated stuff is fine, but then you've got this. This is a big deal, and the guy even told me he was escalating the requests, and he said this is a very common problem. This isn't just a small segment of the Nexus folks this is happening to. There's a lot of people out there that are having this issue as well. It's very confusing how the trade-in was supposed to work. 10, yeah. 8, 8 plus 10. I don't what are they all? Love the feedback. We've got some really enthusiastic listeners over here. I had a chance to check it out in an AT&T store last week, and it does it's nice. The 8 plus is massive. I had a hard time with the 8 plus. The ten was great. That's right. Yes, it's a good point. I agree also. Uh, I don't I don't have a headphone jack on the Pixel 2. They removed those, and I don't usually charge my phone. I don't have that problem yet. The battery life's been very good. I charge it in the you know overnight, and then it's good all day. But I could see how that'd be a problem, and it would be very nice if they just introduced the wireless charging. That'd be cool. Oh, does it? I don't know. Maybe I'm missing out on my own phone. No, it does not. It does not. They're pulling the same thing with Apple. It's going to be the release. I get to buy the Pixel 3 for $900 and get wireless charging maybe next time. I don't. I don't have any notes. I just go off the cuff, but that might be a better idea. I'm just full of it. I'm just full of bullshit 24/7. Casco, little local Pioneer Square establishment. Our good friend Ward, good friend Ward over there. I know the owner. He's a great guy. He also owns RPM Pizza down there in Pioneer Square. Yeah, RPM Pizza and music. They sell vinyl and play vinyl records while you're enjoying your slice and your cold brew. Um, Casco. You were sending me some text messages, some interesting text messages that night over there. I got the hint. Yeah, we did that ourselves one time when we were down there. It's been a few years now. We went down there and for a little happy hour, and if I remember correctly, it resulted in your now wife having to come down and pick you up. Well, she joined us first. I mean, you have to come in and have a couple. It was a nice gesture. The real ask was like, "I need a ride home, but I can't just ask for that. So you should join us." I, I thought we were doing great. Yeah, they creep up on you, those margaritas. Casco's great. These guys are great. If you're down in Tacoma, you can check out Casco as well on the water over there. They have a really cool waterfront location down in Tacoma. No, he opened that one up by request. He had some friends, some fans that liked the one in Pioneer Square but couldn't make it down there very often. And yep, great stuff. Follow up. Yes. This is a fun digital tablet. I'm having a lot of fun with the Remarkable so far. It's it gets a good review from me. It's looks like it's uses the e-ink technology, so it kind of looks like a larger, like an oversized Kindle. It's probably the best way to describe it. It's an oversized Kindle. It kind of resembles a pad of paper. Let me take a look at. I have a pad of paper right here in terms of the dimensions. Yeah, a little smaller than a normal pad of paper, but pretty darn close. It's very nice. It has 3 buttons on the front, a power button on the top, kind of a power sleep button, so you can actually just sleep snooze it if you wanna save battery and you're not taking notes right now. Uh, yeah, there's the main screen. When you get into the main screen, it has a few different, organization categories. It'll break it down into notebooks, documents, and ebooks. And so it supports PDF and EPUB files at this point. More to come later, but that's the initial release. Has two supports for those two files. And so if you have EPUBs that are not digital rights managed, like Amazon ebooks, or if you find tutorials that might or may not exist online on how to convert those ebooks, you can do that and put those on your Remarkable tablet. And I have some digital subscriptions to some magazines, so I threw some of those on there. I could download those, put them on, and I'm very impressed. I've been taking notes on it all week. I've been taking better notes. I'm a better note taker now than I was before because what happened is that I like the moleskin example. When I have my single moleskin, I'm taking all kinds of different notes, and I don't have a really good organization system for it. So maybe, for example, my team stand up every day. That that might happen in the morning every morning, but then I'm taking notes for other meetings and taking personal notes or whatever, to-do lists. And so my previous day's notes might be a page or 2 or 3 back, and I'm not exactly sure where it is, and it's kinda hard to keep it together. Well, with this, I just have a stand-up notebook, and I have a few pages in there, and I'm able to I put today's date right where I left off, so I'm able to go back at a glance and see what happened yesterday. What did we talk about yesterday? And I can go back a screen and see what happened last week. It's very nice for continuity, so I'm able to keep everything relevant in one space and create as many notebooks as I want. So that it's getting full. We we have a new thing in Agile. I don't know for you techies. I would like to hear how your companies handle this, but we have a very new state of the art Agile methodology called the sit down stand up. Takes about 45 to 60 minutes every day, and it's it's very slow. It's kind of like passing the yarn at Thanksgiving or something like that. Everybody gets to share until they're done, and we get to come back to people, and you know, yeah, that's the first problem. It's at our very plush lounge couches that we have in the area. That doesn't get people motivated to get the hell out of there. It's a little different. Maybe I just need to get we need to get some boards with some nails and make people stand on them barefoot or something. That'll get us out of there in about 5 minutes. Um, if not even that, it's probably closer to a little between a quarter and a half, three eighths. I don't know. Yep, I tried that and it's very good. It goes right to the edge. It doesn't. do any funky screen rendering, compression, weird stuff where it's it goes to the edge. It's a hot edge. I don't know what the term is, but it's great. Does a very nice job. No, no, not really. I think of it just like a regular notepad. If it's a brand new notepad, you're going to have some thickness, maybe not as much as the Remarkable does, but certainly some thickness, and it doesn't feel any different than using a pad of paper in my view. Yeah. Yeah, so this device, we covered it before, but it's a very robust and primitive, I would say, device. It isn't an all-in-one. It isn't an iPad with apps that you download, at least not yet. It's it's a digital notepad that takes notes and a reader so you can read those notes and read your documents that you have in those formats I mentioned. And that's it. It doesn't really do a whole lot else. It has a very nice palette of pen and pencil and highlighters and different thicknesses and tips so you can customize that however you want. You can one thing I would love is that when I'm reading some of my magazines, I can take notes on the magazine. So I can underline, I can circle things, I can highlight, which is really interactive. That experience to me is what makes it so special because before I wanted the physical copy to write notes. It's just how I capture things is, even just reading the news, I want to be able to scribble on something, and now I can do that, which is a very interactive. Yes, they have different many templates. You can go blank or line, college rule, Cornell note style. Yes, they have many templates. They were even exploring ways to do your own custom templates. So if you have a certain format you like, you can do that. So yeah, I'm enjoying it. It's fun. The battery life could be improved, and I've seen some updates already that it's going to be a software thing they push that can improve the update, the battery life. I got through a day with it pretty easily, but I had it yesterday at the coffee shop, so I had charged it the day before, used it some that evening or whatever, and took it to the coffee shop, and I think by the end of the afternoon there, I was down to 20% or something. So, um, you know, I'm not sure what that's about. Maybe they probably have a beefier processor in there than your Kindle or something. I'm sure, and but I don't think it was hurried. I think that it's a good V1. It's a good first product. I do see though holes there in areas for improvement, and I imagine that they probably had to sacrifice some features just to get the thing out without much more delay. But it wasn't a half-assed product either. I think it was ready for the mainstream. Definitely looking forward though to some improvements. One thing that because it is very natural experience, one thing that I found myself wanting to do, I had a pencil. I was using a pencil on there, which is a cool effect as well because it looks like a pencil. But anyway, I wanted to erase it, and so I flipped the pen over, the stylus over, and try to erase, and no dice. It doesn't work, and so you have to go into the navigation and select the eraser, and then erase the thing, and then go back to the pen. It is. It's something that's very natural. I think a lot of people that would want to try to do that and then be, you know, it's just a little more work. There's multiple steps now to erase. So that could be improved. There's some other things that could be improved too. The buttons, the left right buttons they are elevated somewhat off the notepad on the front. And when I was putting it, yeah, and they're meant for navigation. The middle one goes it's a home button like the iPhone home. You got your left and right for previous, next in the notebook. And what happens? It's been there's been some interference. I've not a lot, but a couple times I've been writing something at the bottom of the page and bump it, and then it switches the page. Also in sleep mode, when you tap the power button to put it in sleep, when I push that into the I got the little felt or the wool sleeve for the thing, which is a very nice sleeve, actually. I really like it. It's a little gray wool sleeve with a liner. But I had some other documents in there because that's what I was carrying around the other day to the coffee shop. I had some real paper in there, and it was a little squeezed for space. And when I was trying to put the notepad in there, it bumped the button and it took it out of sleep. So that could be another reason why the battery life is diminished, is that I could have had it in there awake the whole time and not known for a couple hours or something. Maybe it goes to sleep after 15 minutes. I don't really know. The other little gotcha there too is there is no brightness setting that I could find on the device anywhere. So what you see is what you get. There is no adjustment. Which like I was on the airplane taking notes and reading some stuff, and there is no backlight. So that could be a future enhancement. A backlight would be very nice. Yeah. No, that's just it. That's what I'm saying. Is I think I would have liked to have a backlight or something because it's just it, it's it's difficult. Yeah, I had the light on in the plane. It was dim. It was a night flight, so the lights were off. I had my light on. It was fine, but then the lady next to me kept moving her head and blocking my damn view. Get out the way. I'll leave it at that. It's a great product right now. I'm very happy, very pleased. It was worth the wait. The good folks at Remarkable did a very nice job with this one, and I can't wait to see what comes out in future releases. I have no doubt it's going to be a radically different and enhanced product in another few months, in a year, even as they keep building it out. Oh, no. Interesting. Yeah, I thought I heard about that at some point. It was in my head, floating around from something I had seen along those lines. Ah, the phone, the tablet. Yes, continuity. Yeah, that's interesting. That's a that's a good follow up. We'll have to go from pot. We'll skip our ninth episode and we'll go right to 10. It'll be a big one. Yeah, let's do it. I think it's done. We're gonna be closer. Yeah, and on that note, I didn't really say anything at the show opening, but just want to let anybody out there that listens know that we will be back in more of a routine fashion here with the publishing. I had some personal events going on at home, and I had to take care of, unfortunately, a death in the family and that sort of thing. And so I was gone for you know a chunk of time there for a week and a half. But the plan is to still be publishing content, pushing shows twice a week, and we're going to get back on the saddle here with this one and get it going again. And I think we even had some ideas of how we could maybe have a little backup just in case something like that happens again. One of us can't be around, then we'll have a little bit of filler that we can pop in there to keep people's interest peaked. Oh, I think we need a couple more for that to happen. At least 1 or 2 for the highlight reel to come out. I wanna give Simon something good to listen to. He's a listener. He was a listener for the first few anyway, loyal fan. If we had shirts to give away, he'd be the first one to get a shirt, but we don't have any shirts, so maybe sometime. Yeah, we don't have swag yet. We'll have to get some swag, and we can send it to our friend Simon down there, the old Starbucks. He's a Starbucks guy. We could work a trade with him. Maybe we could trade some swag for some coffee beans down there for our spin coffee maker. What else we got on going on here, man? We're about 30 minutes into this, right? Yeah, this one's okay. It's okay though. This one was just kind of there was some loose ends. We had to kind of get back into things, and I'm a little rusty. It's been a couple weeks. Woo! Oh boy, they were the best at debugging before Chrome. That was the standard. You weren't doing that in IE. That's for damn sure. No. Oh, that's a dirty word. Don't talk about IE6 on this show. As a did the CSS and styling and the JavaScript nightmares that we had on IE6. Oh, no. Go on. We were less elegant about that. Yes. No. Well, yeah, it was a clever idea. I didn't know they were doing that, and sadly, they probably didn't even come close to recuperating their cost with that either, because that was such a pain. Oh, reading mode. Well, I appreciate the tip on mobile. I'm gonna try it out because I had a similar shitty experience on desktop. I downloaded it, I got really giddy thinking, "Ooh, I might go to Firefox Quantum now." And I just found the load time for me was slower. I don't know. I tried it a few different times. I don't think the load was anything impressive on the desktop for me. And yeah, I didn't check the memory, but my overall experience, I just wasn't pleased. I thought Chrome was still the better desktop browser in my limited, unscientific experiment over there for a few days. And so I wow. Yeah, Chrome, if Chrome can take a lot of memory. Each tab, you get a lot of tabs going, then you got the Hangouts thing at the bottom and all these other, pretty much you need to have 8 gigs of RAM just to run Chrome out. Who knows? That's a gig. 1024 for a technical. Damn. You know, I'm running Kyle, I'm running 21 threads processes, 21 Chrome items, units of work, 1.7 gigs, 1.8 gigs, almost 2 gigs of RAM. Got a lot going on in there. It's not too bad. Just use your Amazon. Do you have your Amazon key? Mailman can come in. That's nice. Not yet. Well, I'm gonna try it out on my mobile and see what happens. Yeah, similarly, I had LastPass. I used that on Chrome, and I was able to get the plugin for Firefox and get that set up very quickly. So that was nice. That helped me get into some stuff. Uh, that was probably the more positive experience I had with it. But no, no, I wasn't that confident in it yet. I didn't want to give it over. I didn't want to turn it over to the Firefox, to the Moz. That's right. In our show notes in the links, I would recommend take a look at the Mozilla article that talks about quantum and the underlying development they did because I don't have a great experience on desktop right now, but what they did is really impressive in terms of how they are handling uh, parallelism in rendering in the browser. They've done some really cool things there to speed up the rendering engine, the DOM. There's Stylo is their CSS engine. I don't know. Can I just throw engine on the end of all this stuff? Stylo, Quantum CSS, Quantum Renderer. It's a really great. It's a very great article. The greatest. Nah, sound like Trump over here. It's the greatest. It's the biggest, best. The hell is that? Oh boy. I better shut the old door here. Hang on a second. All right. Sorry about that. Gonna have to factor that. Have the dog factor in the live stream next time. We'll see. I haven't been following it, but who knows? Given some of my critiques of the other Apple stuff, I would like to see what happens here. It's a beautiful sounding speaker. I've listened to the small one, whatever that is. The what is it? The Play. Yeah. But and then well, I've listened to a few different ones because you have some stuff at your place that's a little different. But every my experience has been very good, and I've thought more and more lately about going down that road, especially with the Alexa integration out now. It's a compelling product to look at, and it sounds beautiful in a small little footprint. My phone. Sorry about that. I don't have the shock on my mic like you do, so I hit my mic stand and it sent off a little gong. To be continued next year. I I did have a note on Apple since we're on the topic for the those of you out there that are into streaming now, ditching cable and doing streaming services. They're having a pretty cool promotion with DirecTV Now going on this holiday season. I don't know when it expires, but go to DirecTV Now. They were giving out Roku sticks for free. Um, they have a new package. It's if you buy 4 months of their basic DirecTV Now service for $35 a month, then you get a free Apple TV 4K. Yeah, it's all streaming channels. They have different packages, but yeah, you can get 60 plus live channels for $35 a month. There's no annual contract. There's an, it's an app on Apple TV. It's just app. It's just an app for you don't need the box. It's a little different than their satellite service. It's all streaming channels. Yeah, they don't have much of a choice now. They have to do it, otherwise they're going to be out of business. Everybody's moving over that way. So uh, I don't know all the details. I'm trying to dig it up here. I had heard somebody say that you need to. There's a new annual. Um, the catch is that I think you buy an annual. It's not really a catch. It's a great deal because the Apple TV 4K is going to be run you what 150 bucks or something, 180 bucks. Um, and so I think you have to pay for their basic package for a year, and there was some kind of deal where that was going to cost you about 89.95 plus tax or something. I don't know. For the less than the price, less than the cost of an Apple TV 4K, you can get yourself uh, a streaming, DirecTV Now streaming service. Yeah. Yep. Hmm. Yeah. Oh, hurry up, let it out. There was rumored to come out in October, and that did not happen. Right. Yeah, no, I'm talking about a leak that came out after that. There was some leak that this developer or somebody had said, "Oh yeah, like they finally have it done. It's been done for a while, and this is the release date." And it came and went last month. Yeah, I'm very disappointed. That would make things very my streaming on the Apple TV very complete if I had the Amazon Prime Video app. Yep. Hmm. Hmm. Yeah, totally. We are running out of time, KJ. Running long. Not usually a bad thing. We covered the notes. Awesome. Well, it was a little, I'm still a little rusty here after being gone for a little bit, but it was good. We got one out, and we're gonna get back on another one out there later this week. Get back on track. All right, that's our episode today of Coffee and Code Cast. You can contact us on Twitter. Show's Twitter is at Coffee Code Cast. Mike's Twitter is at Pragma Mike, PragmaMike, Pragma Mike. Kyle at Kyle P. Johnson. Ask us a question at hashtag Ask3C. Our email is coffeecodecast@gmail.com. And our temporary website is http coffeecodecast.libsyn.com. You can subscribe on SoundCloud, Stitcher, Google Play Music, iTunes, and TuneIn. Rate us, like us, share us, and leave us a comment. Thanks for listening. Yeah. Yeah, let me get that back on the old task list there and see what we can do about that. It'd be nice to get that coffeecodecast.com working here for all of our single digit subscribers. You got to start somewhere. Oh, the upper double. That's right. That's right. The upper double. We're getting there. That we had a little blip there, but we're gonna pick it back up, and we'll do some cool, fun things. I want to do some fun stuff. We're gonna get a little soundboard in here, in